This is the former National Socialist concentration camp at Mittelbau-Dora. This was one of the last concentration camps to be founded, and it was founded for the express purpose of the manufacture of weapons with which Hitler imagined that he could win the war for Germany. These secret weapons were the V-1 rocket, the V-2 missile, as well as jet fighters. The secrecy of this location, found to the south of the Harz Mountains, together with the mind-blowing technology for the time, has led to all sorts of stories and myths relating to many Nazi secret weapons, nearly all of them which belong to the realms of pure fantasy. To add to this mystery are the people involved, and none is more mysterious than the head of construction for the SS and for armament projects in the Third Reich. That was Hans Kammler, an SS officer responsible for numerous deaths, both directly and indirectly. He is someone which fascinates conspiracy theorists, and others of course. If conspiracy is what you are looking for, you will not find it here. This channel is about real history and real facts. However, the facts about Kammler do leave room for interpretation. So, whereas you won't find conspiracy, you will find mystery. And I know the question you are thinking of right now. Up front, I will tell you the answer. It may save you watching the entire video, or series of videos. The answer is this: I don't know. Hans Friedrich Karl Franz Kammler was born on the 26th of August 1901 in Stettin, then in Germany, but today it is called Szczecin and it's in Poland. His father, Lieutenant Franz Kammler, was stationed in Stettin in the army, and he took his family with him to various postings in Bromberg, today Bydgoszcz, Ulm and Danzig, today Gdańsk. He was to rise to the rank of colonel in the infantry. Hans Kammler was here in Danzig, today Gdańsk, when he finished school in 1919. Kammler was very nationally conservative and therefore joined the 2nd Hussar Regiment, Queen Victoria of Prussia No. 2, as a volunteer at the beginning of February 1919. This was a traditional Prussian unit with a history going back to the 18th century. Here we can see the Emperor Wilhelm II on the 15th of September 1901, when the 2nd Hussar Regiment Queen Victoria of Prussia was transferred to its new garrison in Danzig-Langfor, today Gdańsk-Bydgoszcz. The then Colonel August von Mackensen, who was later to become famous, rode alongside the Emperor. During World War I, it was moved to the Western Front on the 3rd of August 1914. It took part in the battle for the Marne and the fighting for Arras. In the autumn of 1914, it was transferred to the Eastern Front, where it participated in battles in Galicia and in the Battle of Riga, as well as the capture of some islands in the Baltic. In 1917, it was deployed to Finland. After the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk with Soviet Russia on the 3rd of March 1918, it remained in the former Russian territories as occupation troops. However, Kammler chose a bad moment to join this regiment. In January 1919, the Hussars returned to Danzig, where demobilization began in the spring and the regiment was disbanded. This put an end to him following the footsteps of his father. At the end of May 1919, he was posted to the Rossbach Freikorps. The Rossbach Freikorps was set up after the 1918 revolution by First Lieutenant Gerhard Rossbach on the orders of the commander of the fortress of Graudenz in West Prussia, today Grudziądz in Poland. The Freikorps was formed from those men which were still in a machine gun training unit. On the 22nd of November 1918, the unit had a strength of 4 officers, 11 non-commissioned officers and 66 men. Like many other Freikorps, it bore the name of its 25-year-old leader. It was sent close to the pre-war border between Germany and Russia, south of Strasbourg, today Brodnica. Later, it was also active in Thorn, today Torun, and Briesen, today Wąbrzeźno. Kammler stayed with the Rossbach Freikorps for 2 months and so thus missed its later exploits in the Baltic states. In October 1919, Kammler began studying architecture, specializing in structural engineering at the Technical University of Danzig. He also studied for a semester at the Technical University of Munich. During his studies, Kammler was a member of the dueling student fraternity ATV Cimbria. On the 25th of October 1923, he graduated from the Technical University of Danzig as an engineer. As part of his training, from 1924 he worked as a government building manager in the Prussian civil service in the construction industry. From February 1924 to February 1925 he managed the construction of the Zehlendorf housing estate, which is also known as Uncle Tom's Cabin, named after a restaurant which opened here in 1885. The housing estate is still there today. You can get there by using the U3 line in Berlin to the Uncle Tom's Hütte underground station, which was opened in 1929. The whole project encompassed 1,100 apartments and 800 single-family homes in architecture which has been called Neues Bauen style, which is designed for clarity and simplicity at the same time of offering a high degree of spatial differentiation. Trees were also included in the plans so that close proximity between nature and architecture could be maintained. This must have been a very exciting project for the young Kammler, although it was not one to be appreciated by either Albert Speer or Adolf Hitler, who referred to it as the Parrot Settlement. This was a good start for Kammler. From 1925 to 1928 he designed and supervised functional buildings for local authorities including garages and workshops. He was also involved in larger projects such as planning housing estates and other large-scale construction. On the 4th of February 1928 he passed the state examination and was appointed government master builder. Kammler's strength, it would seem, lay not so much in design as in the planning and organisation of work processes for larger construction projects. However, things from here went downhill. After an excellent start to his career, the Depression hit and there was little demand for new housing. He was unemployed for 3 years until March 1931. Kammler got a job as a scientific clerk at the Reich Research Association for Economic Efficiency in Construction and Housing. It was only part-time, but after such a long period of unemployment it was better than nothing, particularly as on the 14th of June 1930 he married the 22-year-old Jutta Horn. The couple went on to have several children, including Jörg Kammler, who was later to be a professor of political science in Kassel and published, among other things, writings about deserters during the Nazi era and the Hungarian Jewish Marxist politician Georg Lukács. Jörg Kammler died on the 27th of August 2018 in Osnabrück at the age of 78. On the 1st of April 1931, Kammler also got a job at the Foundation for the Promotion of Construction Research in Berlin at the Reich Ministry of Labour. The 2 jobs allowed him to keep his family's heads above water and for him to finish his doctorate in engineering from the Technical University of Hanover, which he did on the 29th of November 1932. It may have been the economic crisis which led to 6 million Germans being out of work. It may have been his own period of unemployment which led to Kammler's political views becoming more radical. Kammler started to do volunteer work for the Nazis in 1931. He formally joined the National Socialist German Workers' Party on the 1st of March 1932. Membership number 1011855. This was just before July 1932, which was to make Hitler's party the largest in the Reichstag and was to propel Kammler's own career. In part 2, we shall see how he got on.